Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new video on my channel here. Today we're looking at a Shindaiwa t230 trimmer. Basically it's going to be going over why I like it, why I think it deserves to be listed as one of the best string trimmers of all time. Talk about the brand a little bit, and then I'm going to do a startup to tell you how it runs. So let's just get into talking about different things about this trimmer. This trimmer was, I believe my best guess would be it was made in 1998. I'm not sure because right here, this sticker is supposed to have the date on it, but as you can see, there's no letters left, basically. So it's a straight shaft. I don't believe this trimmer was ever made in curved shaft. This still runs, obviously, as I mentioned earlier. So this string trimmer, I'm gonna give you a little background. It was originally purchased for a landscaping company, and it was used there for a few years, and then it was replaced. And then my grandpa had it, and it wasn't used much with him, and it was sat in the garage, basically unused, with fuel in the tank, with ethanol gasoline, but somehow yet it never broke down. It never really had maintenance issues with it. I mean, other than occasionally we had to, replace spark plug, primer bulb, fuel lines. That's all stuff that you expect to have to replace. That's just stuff that you can sometimes replace just for the sake of maintenance. This thing still runs great, despite the fact it has not had very much maintenance over the years. It has had a couple, tune-ups over the years, but it's expected. This trimmer just looks so good under a camera. It looks real good. So this string trimmer, this runs really good. It's got a switch, off, on, choke lever is over here, choke off, choke on. And the kill switch wires are kind of, somebody was messing with them before we got our hands on this, and something is off, and I think they're longer than they're supposed to be. Over here in the back is the muffler and the exhaust. Somebody removed the spark arrestor screen. This is pretty much all original parts for original recoil, original carburetor, other than the primer bulb and the spark plug. It's pretty much all original parts. Other than, and there's also fuel lines are replaced, and the trimmer head was replaced with a speed feed one of the ones you just feed the line through the head and then twist the head and it fills up. Man, this thing's dirty. And it's got a standard D handle. That's fairly comfortable. The handle has a bit of a tear in it. My only problem, the only thing I really don't like about this trimmer is that the throttle trigger feels very, very flimsy, but still the original one. Never had problems with it. Also, the gas cap was replaced because it was leaking. Because the gasket in there was completely destroyed. It was all going through the fridge and everything. So we just replaced the gas cap recently, actually, and also the air filter was replaced just recently. Kind of dirty, but that's what you would expect. That's pretty much all I've got to talk about with this trimmer. So, actually, another thing I like about this trimmer is it's not one of those, mid to low range trimmers with a long, lengthy startup process. Basically, all you have to do is start it. Make sure kill switch is in the on position. Put it in choke, and then prime it about 3 to 5 times and pull it till it starts. So I'm going to show you start it right now. I'm going to put it on my tripod, start it up. Alright, I'm just gonna show you the whole starting procedure and show you how well it runs. So I put it, make sure it's in the run position, put it on choke, which is up, and I prime it about 3 to 5 times. 5 times, and I pull it till it starts. Normally I would start this on the ground, but I'm in. I don't want to mess up the grass, so I'm going to start it standing. Alright, so that is basically the starting procedure. And it runs great, as you guys heard. It goes up to full throttle, no problem. It almost died when I pressed the trigger the first time because I forgot to take the choke off, as usual. I do that basically every time. But yeah, runs great other than that. If you guys see this trimmer, if you guys see a used one somewhere, they don't sell this trimmer anymore. You guys see a used one, this specific trimmer did have some different iterations over time, so it may look a little different, but trust me, it is the same engine, basically the same trimmer. It had a different one where the gas tank had a plastic guard instead of a metal guard. There's some versions that are blue instead of red, and some other little minor iterations, but trust me, it will be the same trimmer if you pick it up, if it looks a little bit different. You also had the t230, which is basically the same trimmer but with better emission regulations on it. It doesn't have as much power, but it's still pretty good. This trimmer is I believe it was either 22 or 23 cc's, I believe, but it has a lot of power for the displacement. I put it through some pretty thick stuff. It never bogs down or anything. It runs great. Yeah, so guys, if you guys see a used one of these that runs, I highly recommend you pick it up. It's worth any maintenance you have to do to it. It's definitely worth it. Actually, in fact, any trimmer from Shindaiwa, from this brand, probably made before 2010, I highly recommend you pick it up. I mean, Shindaiwa did merge with Echo in 2008, actually, but, you know, and after that, Shindaiwa trimmers basically just turned into copy-paste of Echo trimmers, but I don't like their newer trimmers as much. Yeah, basically, any Shindaiwa trimmer made before 2010, it's a good trimmer. Highly recommend you pick it up. Alright, so that's going to conclude this video. Let me know what you guys think about this trimmer. In my mind, it's pretty much as good as you can get when it comes to trimmers. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Bye, see you in the next video.